Hey guys, what's up? This is David with the Black Techies, and today I got a treat for you. Today I have the Nest Thermostat E. Now, as a bit of a background, I've been looking for a smart home solution for a while now, and it boiled down to between Alexa and Google. Now, as you all know, there's a ton of Alexa products, and there are a ton of Google products, but there are a lot more Alexa products. However, the difference is in the AI. So, as you all know, Google's big into AI with the Google Assistant and all of that. And so, I'm thinking, as a techie, that Google's AI, that the Google Assistant has a little bit more potential than Alexa. That's not to say that Alexa's not gonna catch up as far as AI, but I think that Google is a better bet for the long term. So, I've decided to go all in on Nest. So, we're going to do an unboxing and then a setup, and then we can kind of see how it works. Alright guys, so here we are with the Nest Thermostat E. Now, this version is a little bit different from the standard Nest Thermostat. So the other one has like a silver ring around it, and it doesn't have the frosted glass on it. But for the most part, they both do the same thing. And fortunately, this was a lot cheaper. In fact, on the Google store and on the Nest store, it was around $160, I think. But I was able to get it for $30 cheaper, ironically, from Verizon. So that's where I got mine from. So as we do the unboxing here, let's go ahead and pry this open. Alright, so before we get to that, you can see here, you can basically go to nest.com/works, and you can see if your HVAC system works with it. Not all of them work, but most of them work. Unfortunately, I was able to actually take a picture of mine, send it to a Nest support specialist, and they actually told me that mine was compatible, so I was good there. So putting that aside, of course, here's the unit itself. Right there, smack in the middle. See in the back, we have a little QR code that you scan with the Nest app in order to add it to your Nest smart home. Of course, there's a little connector there. Let's see what else is in the box. I don't think it's that much more. I mean, you have some paperwork. Oh, well, yeah. So yeah, here's the installation guide. Put that to the side. And of course, here this is where all of the wires go. So of course, turning the power off to all of your HVAC system so you won't die from electrocution. But basically, these are where you put all the wires from your former thermostat into the new one. And last but not least, there is a back plate. Now, I already have a back plate on mine, but I might as well take that one off and put this one on. Fortunately, I have a very, very gracious landlord. I'm actually renting in my house, but I have a very gracious landlord who allowed me to install this Nest thermostat. So, very grateful for her. Alright guys, I have finished setting up the initial install as far as getting the wires connected to each connector. And so, hopefully, when I plug this in, it'll work. Alright, this is me trying it for the first time. Let's see. Alright, there we go. And so as this does a boot up sequence, I wanted to let you all know, as part of my zeal to be in the Nest ecosystem, obviously most people know that Nest is owned by Google, and so I actually bought a Google Home Mini for my wife for Mother's Day, and so I'm going to test that out just to see if it can control the Nest thermostat. Alright, so here, we can choose our language. As you all can see, you use the dial to choose a language, of course. And so now we just go through each step one by one. Oh, oops. So now this is where we connect to the internet in order to actually make it a smart thermostat. As you can see, there's 1,000,001 Wi-Fi points over here. Mine, Dragon. Alright, I'll put the password in and we'll keep going. Alright, as we connect to the Wi-Fi. Alright, there we go. Of course, there's an update. One of the many things I like about it. Updates directly from Nest and Google. Alright, after some updates, we are back and now we are continuing our setup steps. Alright, so now it's just location. We're definitely not in Hyattsville, Maryland. I guess in this case, it would be in the hallway. There we go. No, I just keep it at homeowner. Now, as you can see here, this actually shows you which wires are connected. And the ones that are lit up are the ones that are connected. So obviously we have the AC, you have the heat, fan, and obviously power, because this wouldn't be turning on, there's no power. Alright, so it looks like all of our lights are on. Looks like we're good to go. We are electric. Forced air. Well, it is spring and it's been kind of warm lately, so we'll go with cooling. Save energy by using eco temperatures when no one's at home, which would be great, because I'll tell you all something. When we first moved here, our first electric bill was super high, and so that's one of the reasons why I got this, in order to save money on our electric bill, because the HVAC system is easily the most energy hog that we have in the home. Alright, I'll choose the eco temperatures later. Let's go ahead and test it now, see if everything is working. Let's do cooling. Alright, I'm starting to hear the air. Alright, let's test the heat to make sure, although I won't test it that much. And I definitely hear the heat, but since I'm already kind of hot, I'm going to turn that off. We are done. Now the last thing is the Nest app. So the Nest app will allow you to obviously control the thermostat from the app, which is one of the reasons why it's a smart thermostat. So I can be in my bedroom and control the temperature with just the app. And like I said before, I have a Google Home Mini, so I can just use my voice to control it. And I'll show you all that later. Alright, so as you can see, it's all set up, and I went ahead and hooked it up to Google Home. So theoretically, if I ask Google to change the temperature, it should be able to do it, right? Alright, let's test it out. Hey Google, change the temperature to 77 degrees. And there we go. Alright guys, so as you can see, I have the Nest app open. You can see here that the thermostat shows up right here in the hallway. So if I tap on it, it goes right to it and it shows like a visual representation of the Nest thermostat. Now if you have the regular Nest thermostat, it'll actually look a little bit differently because it doesn't have the frosted glass look like the Thermostat E does. So as you can see here, I can set the temperature. Right now it's in eco mode, but if I turn it off eco mode, now I can actually set the temperature or whatever I want. And the leaf down there actually shows when it's the most economical. So as long as you see the leaf, the thermostat is being the most economical and it's saving you money. and at the bottom there you can see different icons to kind of change different settings. Like, of course, you can change it to the heat, or turn the AC on, or even both, in order to keep it within a certain temperature range. Of course, you can turn eco mode off. Now, an important thing about eco mode is that you can set it to where if you leave the house, it'll automatically turn on eco mode, so it doesn't waste any energy because you're not there. You can turn the fan on, or you can set a specific schedule, and you can have different temperatures at different times. Say you want to have it lower when you're sleeping, or higher when it's really cold outside or whatever. So you can always set a temperature, set a schedule rather, for the temperature. And of course, with the history, you can actually see how long, or see the history of how you've used the thermostat throughout the months. Of course, I've only had it for a short time, so you only see like 2 days. Alright guys, that was just a quick unboxing and setup of the Nest Thermostat E. Now, be on the lookout for another video because I have another Nest product coming. So if you don't want to miss it, make sure you 1, subscribe, and 2, click that notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Now, I know that YouTube has been acting up, and I know people have been having problems with the notification system and actually seeing the videos that they're subscribed to, but hopefully you'll see our videos. In the meantime, make sure you check out our website at theblacktechies.com, check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/theblacktechies, and of course, subscribe to the Black Techies podcast using any podcast app, or on iTunes, Google Play, and all that. So, that said, like if you like, sub if you love. Peace.